Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and I work with a lot of individuals with attachment wounds. Specifically, I work with a lot of avoidants. And I notice a pattern between a lot of my avoidant patients, both dismissive avoidant and fearful avoidant. And that is that respect is much more important to them than probably most other forms of affection and connection. And so what do I mean by that? I personally feel, based on what I see and in my practice and working with both individuals and couples, that respect is probably the best way to an avoidant's heart. Best way to help the avoidant open up. There are plenty of them, but respect is probably one of the biggest. And I'm going to tell you why, and then I'll give you examples as to showing that respect. And I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. Avoidants have a history. First of all, they have a history of short-term relationships, but in general, they tend to be with a lot of individuals, both in their friendships and romantic relationships, where someone's trying to change them. I'm being very honest with you. All of you guys who are with avoidance have probably tried to change your partner, at least at one point. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. You're doing it because you want a healthy relationship. You want to connect with them. But avoidance, sometimes they take you trying to change them as disrespect. And there are two reasons why. Probably more, but I'm just going to give two. One is because it makes them feel like you don't like or respect them for who they actually are. That's one. And second is that they perceive it as you don't trust them to try and make things better by themselves. And a lot of you guys don't. A lot of you guys say, what happens if I give in or I just keep giving? I don't think my partner's ever going to change. You think your partner's going to take advantage of you. And avoidants know that you feel like that subconsciously. And so to them, when you're trying to change them, they feel that you don't trust them. And that's a form of disrespect to avoidance. I've had a lot of avoidant individuals say one of the most important things is respect. And another thing, and now I'm going to keep kind of going with this topic, avoidance, love and affection is not necessarily scarce to them because a lot of times they're with anxious partners. Not all the time, but a lot of times. And anxious partners are very good at giving affection. So avoidants are not necessarily feeling like affection is necessarily scarce. They like affection, but respect is what is scarce to them. Just like you as anxious partners, you want affection, you want care, you want love. Avoidants like that too, but they really want someone to respect them, someone to trust them, someone to say that, you're not flawed. You're fine the way you are. Or I believe that you're going to make it work. Or I know you're trying. Respect. I respect your decision. I care about you. I'm listening to you. I see that you kind of want some space right now. Let me give you that respect and let me back off. I see right now you seem a little suffocated and I know I've been a little clingy, so let me back off, right? I want to show you I respect you. And what does that mean when you show your partner that you respect them? Avoidants perceive that as, wow, this person really cares about me. This is a person that I could probably see myself staying with because I have a lot of flaws and this partner is going to respect me regardless. They're not going to try and change me. And if they're trying to change me, it's probably because they care about me because I have proof that they respect me. And so let's talk about some examples. And I did talk a little bit briefly about some examples about respect through this video, but I'm going to give a couple quick ones and then we're going to wrap it up. Okay. So the first one, respect means giving them space when they ask for it. It's important to not necessarily assume this. And I know it's difficult because avoidants are not very direct. But if the avoidant partner, you can ask, do you need space? And if the avoidant partner says they don't, respect that. That means you can stay. And if they say yes, go ahead and say, okay, I'll go ahead and give you space. I'll check back in. So asking them also what they want without making an assumption, that's part of letting them know that you respect them. The other one, if the avoidant individual says, I'm tired, I don't want to do this right now. Okay, let's say it was bedroom intimacy. You can respect that. I understand, we'll revisit it later. Or you can just say, I understand and kind of leave it like that. Avoidance will think, oh wow, this person really respects me. I'm more willing to actually open up this way to my partner. And avoidants have actually told me that. Like they have actually told me when my partner respects my decision, I'm more willing to, share some of that and give that up, right? Because a lot of times it's a power struggle. Avoidants are afraid to give up power. So oftentimes, if you respect them, they're more willing to give you what you want. That's the truth. And One more example of a way to show your partner that you respect them is when they tell you, and this is really common, avoidant individuals don't like to hash out in fights. They don't want a long drawn fight. So if an avoidant partner, let's say, says, can we talk about this another time? You can answer honestly, I really want to talk about this now. Or, okay, it sounds like you're not really in this. Can we talk about it for 5 more minutes and then wrap it up? And then hold yourself to that. Or you can say, yeah, we can talk about it another time. Let me know what time is best, or I'll check back in with you. When they set boundaries and you respect that shows them that you care about them, you love them, and then they will be able to love you. So what I wanted to just mention is that respect is probably one of the most important ways to connect, help the avoidant open up and love you. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.